We in the basement with it. Listen.
Never Settle Studios.
Hey.
Never Settle fucking Studios.
I'm sitting down with Vaughnyloso.
You already know, man. Vaughnyloso, Vaughn, North Philly. You know what I mean? From the bottom, heart of North Philly. Timber Thompson. You know what I mean? Born and raised Timber Thompson. You know, I don't live around here no more, but that's the hood I'm repping. That's the hood I put on. That's the hood that kind of gave me that structure. You know what I'm saying? That hustle mentality, that get it on your own mentality, shit like that. So, you know what I mean? I feel as though it was only right that they don't give back to my neighborhood or rep my neighborhood in some type of way. You know what I mean? So, you know, but now we in some little different 3 bedrooms, 4 bedroom, 3 bathroom type shit with the rooftop. So life a little bit more different now. You know what I'm saying? Life a little bit more different now, but you know, I always gotta appreciate where I come from. You know what I'm saying? I always gotta be appreciative. Your shit get taken away real quick. So you always thank the man upstairs. And maybe appreciative for what you got and not what you don't have. So I always like when I introduce myself, I let motherfuckers know where I'm from, and I let motherfuckers know where I'm at right now. You know what I mean? But you already know.
What an introduction.
Yeah, you already know, man.
You know what I mean?
You already know.
So let me know how your environment got you to the point you are now as a man, as an artist.
I mean, my environment coming up, or just moving around in Philly, it just taught me like a lot. Like I said, you know, coming from a neighborhood that I came from, it just taught me like a lot, like far as like structure, how to move, how to carry yourself. Like nothing really was given. I mean, I ain't, you know, my mom had 3 kids, so it was more of like, you know, single parent. Not say single parent, my father was there, you know what I mean? But you know, I never really had that 2-parent household, you know what I'm saying? So it kind of like, you can't really ask for much. You kind of got to get what your parents can provide for you. And my parents always been around, but you know, at a certain age when you get like a teenager, you're not really trying to ask your parents for money. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn the structure. You got to learn the power of a dollar. Mm-hmm. Getting a job. You know how it is. You dipping in the streets and all that shit. But overall, like, you know, get you a job. Learn how to like hustle. You know what I'm saying? And me having music, like nothing was given. It wasn't where it's like, yo, I'm going to put you on. I got the money to put behind you. I ain't really had it. You know what I mean? And I used to get mad at that shit. Be like, damn, like motherfuckers ain't putting no money behind me or putting this behind me or doing this. When I had to realize like, this is your life. This is what you want to do. So if you want motherfuckers to invest in you, you got to invest in yourself, or you got to give us a reason to want to invest in you. I used to move around like bitter back in the day. Like, man, I ain't where I'm at because of such and such, or I ain't where I'm at because of other people. When the reality is like, if you ain't grinding yourself, then you ain't at because you ain't at. You know what I'm saying? You can't complain about the results you didn't get from the work you didn't put in.
Exactly.
So I feel as though like my neighborhood kind of gave me that back
structure.
against that structure, that back against the wall mentality, where it's like, don't get comfortable, or your mentality is like, man, go get that shit. You'll appreciate it more when you grind for yourself rather than somebody just handing that shit to you. So
that's what this platform is about. Basement talk.
Yeah, it's real shit.
I mean, grinding from the basement.
But that's
the structure. Listen, without the structure, you ain't got nothing.
If you ain't got structure or discipline, man, you're gonna fall every time. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have discipline, and you gotta tell yourself no. You gotta learn how to tell yourself no, man. So, like I say, my mindset, man, I just been on the ground where it's like, I ain't dead, so I got another chance to get that shit. I got another chance to try. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really with the living with regret type shit. I can't do the coulda, shoulda, woulda, be 40-something years old, 50 years old, saying I coulda, shoulda, woulda type shit. We gonna grind now, and we just gonna take it like that.
And I can see, coming from Philly, you know, there's a lot of great influence from great artists.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I went through your catalog, and you definitely know how to jump on any beat. The golden era beats, the bigs, the J's, and you jump on them things and you dance around with no issue, no problem.
And that come from. Oh, yeah, I ain't mean to cut you off.
No, that's cool. Like, you know, I'm just giving you your props on
No, I appreciate that. That's
flowers.
Nice.
You know,
and that's crazy because like people don't do that shit nowadays. Like people think showing love is dick eating.
Yeah.
And they think not showing love is being a real nigga or a real person. It's like that shit is backwards.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Prior to the interview, we was just having a solid conversation about that, and I was telling you that was the thing that I was struggling with back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Growing up in my time, like you couldn't be Joe. Like you couldn't, you know.
But it ain't even Joe though. But it ain't.
I know. That's what I know now.
Yeah.
That's what I know now.
I think the environment that we be around it programs us to think that if we show love or we see a celebrity or somebody doing something on a higher scale, we can't show them love because it's Joe or it's Dickie. But it's like, damn,
it's not that.
But maybe that person might want a little bit of motivation, or maybe that person might just need that love that we afraid to show.
I'll never forget back in the day, I was impressed by Atlanta. All the artists came together and they had a cookout. It was on BET. I don't know what year it was, but that was very impressive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real shit.
You know?
I feel as though in Philly, we still got like people that sit together. I'm not going to get up on here and make it seem like it's crab in the barrel city, because it's really not. It with the social media and the way like the shit that's like promoted, it makes it seem like it's a crab in the barrel city. But it's a couple motherfuckers that'll help you get to where you gotta go at. And it's a select. I'm pretty sure you know a couple motherfuckers who do shit off of just genuine, off of rather than just like, yo, I need something in return, like type shit, because they want to see you win. But it's just more of it's like, you know, nowadays it's like if you gotta find the right motherfucker that's around you that's for you. And I used to back in the day I used to be trying to move with 10, 20 niggas, 20, 30 niggas, and it looks good back in the day. It's like I'm around 30 niggas is popping. But then out of 30 niggas, it's like probably 3 or 4 I really fuck with or I really trust type shit. Everybody else is like just associate type shit. You know what I'm saying? But when you find the people that's in your corner and fuck with you genuine, you gotta hold on to that shit. Now I was so used to back in the day cutting motherfuckers off quick. One small argument, I'll fuck you. But it's like you lose genuine people like that. It's like you gotta start checking yourself. Like, damn, maybe I'm just like I can't take criticism, or maybe I'm just hot headed. Where it's like, or because a person don't mean you can't say a person means some much to you if you can just give up on them easy.
Yeah, in good relationships, in sturdy relationships, you go through things. You know what I'm saying? I personally think a lot of times people don't know how to agree to disagree. Yeah, I gotta respect your point of view, and you gotta respect my point of view. And
that's more like a 6 and 9.
The ego, you gotta take your ego out of it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? A lot of people,
definitely.
you know, get real emotional over words, and we all do that sometimes. We get offended or upset about things because we're in our own head, and a lot of people don't know how to communicate and tell you how they feel. Some people will just cut you off without even, you know, telling you what the deal is.
Their mind be made up already.
Exactly.
Their mind be made up. But I had to learn, like, just because you may see, we could be on different sides of the board, but you may see 9, I may see 6.
Exactly.
That don't mean you wrong. I'm just not looking at from where you stand, your standpoint. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I had to learn that shit getting older. It's like, man, no, man, nigga just be retarded or nigga just dumb. They don't see my standpoint, but you got to take yourself out your shoes and put them in them. Like, how would you feel if X, Y, Z, or if I'm explaining this to you, and you telling me this way? I'm not looking at your point of view.
Yeah.
But like I say, to me, I may be looking at 6. And then you standing over there and say it's 9 to you. You ain't wrong. You just different standpoints. You know what I'm saying?
Different point of views. Like, I'm learning not to argue my point of view no more. Actually, it's very frustrating. It get frustrating. I ain't got no time to be arguing. Listen, you say what you say. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, whatever your point of view is, if we're not listening to one another and we're arguing, we're not getting anywhere. Right. You know what I'm saying? You know, you gotta learn how to listen to people. People gotta learn how to listen to you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it really boils down to. Arguing, it takes up too much energy that I could be doing something else with.
Right.
You know what I mean? Something else positive or something else productive. You feel me?
Right.
But I want to jump back into like where we was going with the Philly or whatever. Right. You say it is people in Philly that support one another. You know, I don't want to ask you anybody in particular, but like, how do you feel about the Philly scene? As it's a lot of artists here, you know, the younger generation, they jumping on the drill music and they doing a lot of different things. You know what I mean? It's a lot going on in the city. You know what I mean? How do you feel about it? Like, in terms of, you really think people supporting one another, or is that just in your circle of people that you be around and how you move? You feel like people support you?
All right, so that's a 2 question.
Yeah, it's a multifaceted
Yeah, multiple questions. I want to answer them one by one because I don't want to just give one answer and think it's for everything. The question about, do I think people support? I think, yeah, it's people that support. I think that we get so stuck on if our homies don't support or our close ones don't support, then the outsiders not really going to support. Majority of the love I get is from strangers. You know what I'm saying? The support I get. Some strangers. I still got people that's close ones that still hold on tight, that still support. You know what I mean? But like far as the Philly scene, I feel as though is enough money and is a lane for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like if a person that do drill rap, they not taking my fans because I don't do drill rap. You know what I'm saying? Or vice versa. There's enough fans and there's enough for everybody. Mm-hmm. So for a motherfucker to be trying to rap beef or be on the tip where it's like, all right, well, he's shining too much where I gotta come at him to get some light. Or he's shining so much where I gotta give up and XYZ. It's enough for everybody. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as bars, I think that it kind of like got pushed to the back. Like now they worried about, if the beat hot, exactly. Or it's just the hook. Like they're not really caring about the bars. I mean, there's still people out here that care about the lyrics and shit like that. But it's like now with the music now, like the forefront of it is more like they want that bounce, they want that hip shaking, which is cool. It ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, far as like if you put something on that got bars, a person like no, put something on where I can, you know what I'm saying? They want to hear that first over than the bars, which is cool though. There's nothing against people who focus on making club records or stuff like that. But I just think it's a lane for everybody.
Where do you think you put yourself at? Like, what do you love to do? Like, from listening to your music, you definitely say a lot of positive stuff, which is dope. And you talk about your environment.
See, the reason the reason my music is like that because it doubles back to where I come from. Okay. So where I come from is more was like, if you corny, like, niggas will tell you corny. Mm-hmm. Like if I'm spitting some shit, like I could be out there with 20 niggas. If I'm spitting some shit, them niggas gonna tell me my shit corny. Or if I done got laughed at multiple times. Like, you know what I'm saying? For rapping, I done got told I'm corny. And there's either two options, either give up or show motherfuckers that you ain't corny. But by me rapping, like I say, it goes back to my uncle being Florida Rico. My uncle Florida Rico, he is a lyricist. Okay. Now, it ain't like my uncle was somebody that's more of a club rapper, boo bop, boo bop. So I'm coming up under him, and he was more of a lyricist, which he still is today. So he precise when he writing his shit.
You definitely lyrical, man.
Yeah.
Do you think that hip hop is dead? That's what they say, right? Mm-hmm. And the sales is definitely down. How do you feel about that?
All right. To answer the first question, I don't think really hip hop is dead. I just think that the music that's being pushed to the front makes it like, damn, man, where the hot music at? Because they pushing the bullshit to the front. You see the shit. I ain't really gotta say names or see what's being promoted right now. But they pushing the kind of, I ain't gonna say the bullshit, but they pushing the narrative to the front. Whereas like nowadays, it's like with social media, it's like men against women. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, men against women. So you hear the music is more like, man, you degrading women all day, or the ladies degrading the men all day type shit. So the music, it ain't got that message no more. Like, you hear some J. Cole shit, or somebody that's still out there, you know, putting the music out, but the music that's out now, like, it just ain't hitting. But I wouldn't say it's dead. It's just for the moment. Like, you know what I mean? But as far as, you know, it's just, I don't really know how to answer that because I don't want to. There's a lot of people that's putting music out that I kind of like, you know, I fuck with. So that's why I just can't say like music dead. Like I be fucking with a lot of like Philly niggas or people that sign, but
it to me like I'll never talk down or try not to talk down on artists publicly. You know what I mean? Because it's just artistry is a form of expression.
Yeah, hell yeah,
so I try to like stay away from that. Sometimes I really want to go in on some people. And it's some new people that I just don't like, you know what I'm saying? But it's not fair for me. It's a lane
for everybody though.
Yeah, you know, I just feel like it ain't cool for me to just like go in on nobody, you know what I'm saying? Because that's their life. And like you said, the way you came up is the way you came up. Yeah. And they came up a certain type of way. Now I feel like I'm judging them. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? I think now it's because like I got kids too, and there's some stuff I don't even really be wanting my kids to hear. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like more of a personal thing for me. Okay. You know what I mean? I'll be like, man, I don't want my kids to hear that. Like, I ain't gonna even say some of the lines. I'm just gonna say like, that's out of pocket. Mm-hmm. Like you're going too far.
But think about it. But think about this though, because it is, but so much you can hide from a kid. Yeah. Meaning, he might not listen to the music you let him hear, but they got shows that they watch that probably got the same type of stuff. Facts. They got iPads and they got phones and XYZ, but everything that's popular from movies and TV shows is pushing a certain narrative. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
It's pushing certain shit.
Totally agree.
It brainwashes you. Just like how like in the hood, a hood will brainwash you to think that you ain't supposed to have dreams or you can never make it past project gates or make it past anything that's the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like
either you a ball player or you an artist, singer. That's all they want. You know
even if you are those things, they still won't believe in you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? They gonna tell you, yo, it's never possible because they putting their insecurities off on you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I had to learn that shit. I learned that shit late because you'll get sucked in and time will pass your ass and you be thinking that, yo, I ain't really good enough until you get into the real world. I'm like, damn, I was more than qualified. Yeah. I just had to put some consistency and some grind behind it and some prayer and everything was gonna flow. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, but nowadays, man, it's just the music that's out and the stuff that we try to hide from the kids is more like you just gotta just teach them.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, you just gotta teach them.
But I agree with you. But I still
because
I stand firm on how I feel. I don't want
no hell. But what if you? I'm saying that, but like, what if they in school, right?
No,
somebody got a boom box.
You know I get all that. They gonna hear it.
Yeah,
going outside.
Yeah, like they
going down the street.
We don't want our kids to hear something they already heard thousands of times.
You right.
They gonna act like they don't like it around us because we like parents, but they done heard it 1,000 times. Not saying that none of these kids is like far as like too grown, but what I mean is like we not around them 24/7.
Facts.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. My kids got iPads, games. You know, we buying them all types of electronics to keep them XYZ, but we still got their head in the books and make sure they good in school and enjoying life to get out the iPhones and electronics. But you gotta think about, man, there's so much shit that pops up on them screens, bro. Ads, YouTube, everything is like just pushing a certain narrative. So it's like it's up to us to make sure that our kids know right from wrong and to know that art is boy and girl, not boy and boy, or not girl. I mean, you know, as a father and as a parent, you know, we gotta respect decisions, but we gonna do as much as we can so you don't stay wrong because we're in their life.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But majority of people that kind of stay wrong with kids is like, you know, they don't really have that parent household. Yeah. So it's like, you know, but overall.
You're right, though, man. Like, you just basically have to instill morals and values in your kids. And at the end of the day, put the rest in God's hands.
You got to.
You can't really control them. You can't control
When you was younger, did you have social media or cell phones?
No, and when I was a kid, I did the same thing they doing.
It's different now.
No, I'm just saying. Like I listen to music and it's more accessible.
Yeah,
it's more accessible.
Yeah, you're right. That's the word I use.
It's definitely more accessible. But we did the same thing. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure, you know, you get on your kids for like doing something you did. Whether it be something as simple as leaving the refrigerator open or not putting the milk top on too.
I just told my son.
You feel me? We definitely like do the same thing they do. I struggle with that.
No, and that's the saying when they say chip off the old block.
Yeah.
Because like I just did that yesterday with my son. He leaving his game on through the night or having it with. I'm like, yo, it's crazy because I used to do the same thing. My pop and my parents used to tell me the same shit, like turn this shit off. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you sleep, turn this shit off. You got all this shit on, but he had the game on, acting like he can't sleep.
My youngin, when I wake up in the morning and go in his room, he got the night light on. It's colorful, just as fly, just like in here. You know what I mean? The YouTube on, I'm running. And you know, a lot of times, when you watching YouTube, different videos come on. Next thing you know, you come in there, they doing that MSL stuff where they eating, making sounds of them eating sandwich. Man, I can't stand that, man.
My daughter
Who wants to watch that shit? Like somebody eating food sounds and shit like that. That shit.
My daughter burns me out with that shit, bro.
Yeah.
She come downstairs from the studio, or if I come home, she'd be showing me like videos on YouTube, but it'd be same shit. Somebody eating, or it'd be like a black family doing like the vlogs and type shit, or she watching somebody else play the game. Mm-hmm. Definitely my son to do that. My son, I said my son playing Grand Theft Auto or NBA 2K or some shit, live or some shit. He'll go on YouTube and watch somebody else play this shit. Like turn this game off, while you go on YouTube, watch somebody else play that shit.
I don't understand it. Right?
Like why you just on stream? Like why you just don't? I bought a little camera joint for him, and he still don't do that shit. I'm like, bro, like you might as well make some bread off this shit. You watching everybody else?
Maybe you should like, as a suggestion, like at least set it up and do it with him a couple times.
Bro,
I just did it with my son. Like I had the camera set all up and we streamed. He actually was like, Dad, can you do this again with me? So we're gonna do it again.
Okay,
so,
I'm gonna
try it. You know what
I never did it with him. I set it up so he can do it. And then he just was kind of nervous. But now I'm gonna try to like just do it
with
with him. He just be nervous. Like without off the
Yeah.
camera, like me, I'm comfortable with the camera because I've been doing this shit so long. As far as having to be in front of a camera, but as far as my son is like, it's more like he just like, no, I ain't doing that. I asked him one time, I'm like, yo, like if I get a movie role and I got a part where you got to play a role, would you do it? He like, no. I'm like, yo, you crazy, bro. Like, I wish somebody would have came to me about a movie role at a young age, to where I can get older and be like, yo, I really did that shit as a kid.
While we on that movie talk, you know what I mean?
Oh,
I know
yeah,
you was
for
in a
sure.
couple movies.
Yeah,
The
for
Night
sure.
Slasher.
Yeah, it's right here on the wall too.
Yeah. Nice. How was that?
That my folks, DS the writer, shout out to DS the writer first and foremost. The director, I wound up reaching out to him on Instagram. I think it was Facebook or Instagram, one of the platforms, but I was reaching out for him, and he was looking for like cast members, or he was looking for something for the movie. And I hit him up like, yo, bro, I'm, when you are filming it, bro, I'm trying to get in it. That's crazy. That's my first movie role, and I'm like, yo, bro, when you film it, I'm just trying to be in it, bro. I don't get what part I gotta play.
Boy, thorough, man. I reached out to him one time, and
With
we
DS?
was busting up. Busting up on the phone.
No, he got real good.
My daughter do makeup effects, like blood splatters, all that stuff. So we were supposed to be on one of the sets, but that day we couldn't.
That's crazy because he wanted that. He did all.
He do it. Yeah,
listen, I was surprised.
He the truth.
Listen, he did the director, he did the makeup, he did the killer in the movie. Like, you know what I'm saying, the acting, the shooting and all that. So it's like my first movie role was a Night Slasher. He gave me my first opportunity to be in a film. He gave me my first movie role and actually being inside of a movie. He rented a movie out. It was down like somewhere down South Street.
Shout out to DS the writer.
Shout out to DS the writer, man. He gave me my first
Night Slasher.
Night Slasher, man. It's a fucking classic. It's on Tubi right now and a lot of other streaming platforms. He gave me my first movie role.
And then you did a Body to Kill for part 2?
I just did crazy. Listen, I got 5 movies total. Right? Yeah, I got 5 movies total. So the Body to Kill for was my latest.
Talk that talk.
No, real shit. Like, no, real shit. No, real shit.
A nickel.
No, yeah. Oh, hell yeah, definitely a nickel on them. I did 5 movies total, which was the Night Slasher, which was Nobody's Son. No, I'm sorry, Stick Up Kid. I'm sorry, A Complicated Affair. It's called Ultimate. I want to shout out these directors too, because I don't want to jump on here and be shouting out movies and shit. DS the writer gave me my first movie role, as far as getting into it. Jimmy the Saint.
Yeah, he from West.
Yeah, so yeah, I want to make sure I shout everybody out. I want to get their flowers. I want, you know what I mean? DS the writer gave me my first movie role, put me in my first movie. Even though I get killed in that joint, it still was a crazy experience, a crazy learning lesson. The energy. DS the writer put me in Stick Up Kid. I wound up reaching out to him. We knew each other for a long time as far as the music, but he wound up reaching out for an opportunity for me to be inside of Stick Up Kid. I want to shout out to shout out to Jimmy the Saint for that. The next movie that I got with him was called A Complicated Affair. Mm-hmm. He put me in 3 movies total. Like, you know what I'm saying? DS the writer put me in 1. Jimmy the Saint put me in 3, which was
side conversation. You know, Jimmy the Saint started Young Savage.
Yeah, that's how long I knew him. He was doing the hip hop awards back then.
And now that's Smith. What's his name now?
Shit, I don't want to get his name wrong on here because he's still hot.
But he's still hot.
It'll come to me before this out here. It's something Smith though. Yeah. But he's still hot. He's still blazing.
We gonna get that together.
Yeah, he's still blazing. So I don't want to get a nigga name wrong because he's grinding. But Jimmy the Saint put me in 3 movies, which was Complicated Affair, Ultimate High, and Stick Up Kid. DS the writer put me in Night Slasher and Yama, top model Yama. She got a Body to Kill for, got a book. She got a book out first and foremost, killing it, crushing the motherfucking the stores, crushing the internet right now. She got A Body to Kill for that's already out on Tubi, which dropped this year already, and she got right back into production for A Body to Kill for too. She was crazy because I got that role. I knew Yama for a while. Like we had I wouldn't say like a close relationship, but I knew of her because from being from my neighborhood. And she actually was looking for music for a soundtrack. Okay. So it wasn't reaching out like just for a role. She looking for music for a soundtrack. And I wound up hitting her up like, my girl sent it to me. Let me credit my girl first too. So she's like, my girl sent me, I knew Yama already. My girl sent me the link, not a link, but a story stating that Yama was looking for music for the soundtrack for A Body to Kill For. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna hit her up. I'm pretty sure the movie probably done, so I'm probably just get some music on it. That's cool. I hit her up, told her about the music I'm like, yo, look, if you need actors, get with me. I already got 4 other movies that's out right now if you need it. She like, yeah, she sent me the script. No, she like, yeah, matter of fact, I'm about to send you a script, see if you want to play this role. I've read the script, and I'm like, damn, like, this like a main character type role. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I read this shit, I'm like, oh, I'm with it. Like, 2 days later, I'm going through the script. We right on set. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, right on set. Like, so it's like, I definitely want to shout out Yama for giving me off. The other movies that I'm in, the other 4 movies, like, I got roles in them. Like, you know, I'm in on the movie. But the one with Yama gave me my first main role.
That's dope.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a main character inside of this movie with a bunch of other crazy cast, good cast that's in this shit. You know what I'm saying? But Yama definitely gave me the and it's crazy because that was my first paid movie too. Yama,
that's fine.
For Yama, I did other 4 movies. I wasn't really looking for the money. It was for promotion. Even with Yama Journey, I wasn't looking for no bread. But this is my first paid movie with Yama, so definitely shout out to her.
Shout out to the resume.
Yeah, definitely. Listen, I kept that check. Listen, I kept that check too. She wrote me a check and shit at the last day to sign it and shit. I kept that check. I'm gonna frame it. I got it upstairs and shit. I'm gonna bring that shit down here. But I just want to keep it just to show like damn like the growth. Yeah. Like you did that 4 movies prior. All of them on Tubi too. If anybody want to check it out. But you did the 4 movies prior. And it's like damn like you went into this not even looking at money.
Those are dope accomplishments.
Yeah. Hell
you know what, man? A lot of times people don't appreciate, the progress.
Yeah, for sure.
Even though you might feel like that they not the biggest steps that you're making, but they're steps. You feel what I'm saying?
Listen,
a lot of times people want to be in different positions than they are.
And that's where you got to start looking at, don't be grateful for what you don't have. Be appreciative for what you do got.
In the basement. So listen, you had, not only accomplished, being in movies, but you had a couple like stars recognize you.
Oh,
yeah. I know Pat Poose tapped in. He was like, look at the Philly boy, you know what I mean?
I did the Pat Poose challenge. Mano tapped in. I just was on his video chat with Fat Joe, showing some love. Like it's a couple motherfuckers that'll come to me. Like I be getting love from motherfuckers, so it's like you just gotta stay humble, keep working. That's all it is, man. You can never settle. So I got the clothing line for never settle, man. You can never get too comfortable. So it's like by me going through certain phases and putting small pieces together to make that real big puzzle, like even accomplishments and people co-signing and people showing love, is like I know that I'm in the right direction. It's just like you just gotta keep pedaling, keep going, you know what I'm saying? And you're gonna reach what you gotta reach. Even when you reach it, you gotta work 10 times harder to keep the shit.
Exactly.
So you just gotta be appreciative, man. And I'm appreciative because 10 years ago, I was praying for certain accomplishments or certain things for God to bless me with, and I got it now, so I ain't really gonna take it for granted.
It's about the journey.
Yeah, definitely, but the people try to skip the journey.
Yeah.
That's the saying when they say appreciate what you got before it be what you had. Mm-hmm. People try to skip the journey. Like when I was broke, like I ain't saying I'm rich, don't get it fucked up. I am not rich, so I don't want y'all to be sitting on this camera to my when he start getting, no, I got a couple dollars, I'm all right. When people don't appreciate what they got, it get taken away. People look at their life and like, damn, like I want that. Instead of going through the journey, It ain't really gonna happen. God ain't really gonna give you the cake. He gonna give you the recipe to make that motherfucker, but he ain't really gonna give you the cake. He wanna see if you're disciplined and if you're grinding and you see if you want it, then cool, but I'm not really gonna give it to you.
A lot of people, they get the cake not realizing that their stomach ain't big enough to eat.
They ain't go through that process though. The
process gets you prepared.
The journey, it fixes your whole situation and gets you prepared for the end game. The journey, them steps that you take to get what you want to go to, that's the steps where you appreciate and you build as your character. You get what I'm saying? Like I would never want to skip everything that I got going on and everything God got coming for me. I would never want to skip that journey. I want to go through every single step because when you get stuff or when you grind for certain shit, bro, when God bless you, you appreciate that shit way more. Like, yo, I done been through X, Y, Z. It don't really matter how you start. It's about how you finish, man.
All day.
It ain't about how you start, man. I never, when I walk inside of a building or any place a person to see me, I shake everybody's hand the same. I don't give a fuck if you clean in the building or you own the building.
Exactly.
Everybody hand the same because it's just a phase of your life. If a nigga fucked up, I ain't sitting there saying, yo, bro, you want some bullshit, boo blah, boo blah. I'm going to give my Jews to you and let you know my situation, how I've been in that situation.
One of the things that was admirable, that you said early on, not even in this interview, but when we had our conversation, you know what I'm saying? You was basically like, you try to learn how to do everything.
Bro, listen.
You know what I'm saying? Actually, I was watching an interview and you said,
Listen,
you learn how to do
and listen,
everything.
I put these. My girl told me the other day. I just put these lights up probably like 3-4 days ago. My girl said, "Why you don't start a business putting lights up?" Like my last crib, I had them crazy, but to get to the part what I mean is like, I just hate waiting. I waited so long to know how to do certain things. It's like I waited and I sat around. It's like I let everybody else dictate how I was gonna move or how I can move. And it's like, bro, I'm grown. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not even grown, but if this is what you want, bro, you might, if somebody taking too long over here, you might gotta sit back and learn it.
You gotta keep it moving.
You gotta keep it moving. It ain't nothing to nobody, but it's like I'm a jack of all trades, man. Like it ain't nothing a person can.
You know they say it's a saying. It's better to be a jack of all trades than a master of one. That's the original saying. It's better to be a jack of all trades than a master of one.
Right, man. Listen, I'd rather be a jack of all trades than a master of one because I'm not. You know, it's a saying: don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather be creative and have skills in different genres and different avenues where I'm more of an asset than a liability. But when one person is one track minded, it's like, damn, I can't even use you on this over here because you already done stopped your growth when you don't want to learn.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So being from videos to know how to edit to anything entertainment wise or anything that I can put myself to the next level, I learned that shit. Now I'm not saying I'm a master of this shit because every day I'm getting better and every day I'm learning. But far as the DIY projects, you know what I'm saying? Me buying the camera or me buying whatever I need to get this shit out, I'm gonna do that shit.
So look, I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. Like, what's your favorite song out of all of your catalog? You know what I'm saying? Out of your catalog, what's your favorite song?
That's crazy.
And also, like, multifaceted question. Like, is it a song that you found where you found your sound? And which song is it? My favorite song that I heard from you is Keep It Pushing. Came Too Far. The project Came Too Far. Keep It Pushing. You know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah, number 2.
Yeah. I like that jump.
That was
I fucked with that jump.
That's crazy because like people ask me that question, I don't really be having no answer for it. I don't really like I don't know how can I say this. Like I can't say I hate when people put my music on because that is like that sound kind of weird. But people listen, like people I'm around or my supporters listen to my shit so much it kind of get like, yo, put something else on. So I never really sat back and be like, yo, this is like my favorite song that I got of myself because I got so many of them. Like majority of the joints that I might play, it depends on the vibe that I'm in. You know what I mean? But if I had to answer that question, I would say Turn Your Back. It's probably like one of my favorite songs.
Okay.
And that's like number 9 on number 8 or something like that on Came Too Far.
How many projects do you have?
I have 5. So I got
five
my tapes right here. My first joint is called, if you look behind, the first one, Remember Me, Good Riddance. I got Pain and Struggle right here. I'm waiting on I got it's all right, because I don't want to sound like I'm frauding. It's 4, but it's about to be 5. Okay. The 4 that I put out, Came Too Far makes my 4th project.
Okay.
I got Good Riddance. I got Remember Me, Pain and Struggle, Came Too Far. I'm about to drop a tape on my birthday, which is December 22nd. I haven't got a name for it yet because I ain't want to put that stress on it too much. I'm just making good music right now, and then I'll come up with a name for it. But December 22nd will be my 5th installed mixtape, and then we're gonna start dropping albums and shit like that though. But I got 5 bodies of work that's about to be injected into the world.
Listen,
that's
I'm
already
gonna try
injected
to
in the world.
tap in for the listening party.
Yeah, for sure. You already know.
I gotta go back and really listen to like all of the projects.
Yeah.
Where can I tell the people where they can find?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Listen,
find the projects at.
You can find any music, anything that I got my name attached to, on all streaming platforms. But you can find my first and my second mixtape, and on that Piff. I'm not sure they erased it that Piff. I'm not sure if they didn't erase that Piff, man. It's called Vaughn Remember Me. Vaughn Go Rittens is on that Piff. If you can search in Google and find it. But my 3rd installment, which is Pain and Struggle, is on my mixtape app right now. It's like 120,000 plays on that joint right now. Go on my mixtapes, play that shit to your speakers full. Came Too Far on all streaming platforms. That's like when I kind of got updated. My first mixtape was more like a, just something for my neighborhood to put out, like, because I was kind of like popular in my neighborhood at the time. And they just wanted me to put a tape out. So I'm like, all right, well, all my music that I got at the moment, me and my homie D Nice, rest in peace, D Nice, we just wound up putting a tape out. My second one was more of D Nice got killed around that time frame. From me putting my first one out to my second one, he had lost his life. So I was trying to put something like in the remembrance of him type shit, you know what I'm saying? And then the pain and struggle was like, life just was crazy. I'm losing such and such rap. I lost like 7 to 8 motherfuckers within a year span.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, hell yeah. Like, life was crazy. So I'm like, man, I ain't about to be trying to rap about no cars and diamonds type shit. Like, it was pain and struggle type shit, you know what I mean? Life went on. That Came Too Far was like, God put me through like a dark tunnel so I could see the light. And it just was like I came too far to give up. So the music that's on there was like motivational music, where my headspace been at. As far as, the no U-turn shit, let motherfuckers know. I got the no U-turn shit is like a lot of people fronted on me so much. Yeah. And I just feel as though it's like, all right, I'm
gonna be honest, I think, like, I noticed you on social media, on the gram, right? Mm-hmm. You was dropping mixtapes. Not mixtapes, freestyles.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
But the no U-turn thing stuck out to me. I just thought that was like a dope concept.
Yeah.
And you even had the shirts with it.
And crazy, that was a test, and that was a test run because I started the no U-turn shit just saying it, like just saying it around my homie. And he like, man, no U-turn. He was just playing around with the shit. I'm like, I'm gonna just say it. I wound up going to Former Mills, and I'm like, I'm gonna get like a small mock-up sweatsuit, green joint. And I just bought the machine, the vinyl joint around this time. So I'm like, I'm gonna just put the no U-turn joint on it. I already say this shit playing around. I'm gonna just stamp it on and do a freestyle. Mm-hmm. When I did that freestyle, they was more focused on the freestyle was hot, but they was focused on the no U-turn logo more than anything. So that's like 15 people hit me up, yo, bro, I need that same such and such boobop. So I'm like, hold up, something ain't right. I started doing that, and then I'm like, man, I know
something right.
No, what I mean by something ain't right was more like something ain't right. Like I got money on the table. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm got clothing, motherfuckers waiting for this shit to drop, and I should have been had this shit pop. Exactly. Like, something ain't right. Like, hold up, I didn't drop a lot of freestyles prior to that, but that stuck out because it was the first time me having that on there, so it made it seem like somebody else made it for me, but I did it myself. So I just stuck out with that, but then I noticed that, like, business wise, I can't really use that logo. Like, you know what I'm saying, the no U-turn logo, but I'm like, I can still say the shit, but I can't really use that logo. So I'm like, I switched it with the charger for the double backs, and then I did it Never Settle. I just incorporated it with the no U-turn shit. Like, charger for the double backs, Never Settle, no U-turn type shit. But
so, do you have anything on iTunes and Spotify?
Everything. You put my name. You type my name in right now, man. You put Vaughn, hit search, VAUGHN, man. You hit search. My face pop up. Everything that I got about 60 joints on there. Came Too Far tape on there. I gotta go back in my email, find the original files, so I could put the other tapes on there. But around that time, Apple Music, and I dropped this one 2008. I dropped this one 2012. This one 2014. I just dropped Came Too Far 2023. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a big gap. Like, life just was moving from different places. Life just XYZ. But now it's like I'm in a better mind space and a better position in life, and now it's like I'm trying to just drop consistently.
We in the basement with it. This is where the foundation is at. You gotta stay grounded. You gotta build it from the ground up so you can appreciate the journey.
Listen,
tell them where they can find you at, folks.
Man, they can find me on all social fucking platforms, man. VAUGHN, Vaughn, type that shit in. Don't act like you don't fucking see it, nigga. Bang that hot shit. Support a nigga doing this motherfucking shit. I'ma support you. Niggas be having egos, man. Ain't no egos over here. Just good music, man. Good energy, man. Find your boy on all social platforms at Vaughnyloso. Follow your boy. I follow back. Let's work, man. Let's put this good music out, this good content out, man. Come holler at your boy.